Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Peace. Peekaboo. I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Nothing's going right this morning. Available in 2021, the album. Dad. AF. Rock on, gold dust, woman. Beast. In any other YouTuber's channel, you would see 50 jump cuts until that fan flip was perfect. Okay, but over here, you get to see all the bloopers, the whole blooper reel. And so if you actually do make it, you know it's real, okay? It's not contrived. Oh my God, my fan went all the way over there. And I'm gonna need my fan for this video too. I should start bringing 2 fans for every video. Anyway, how are you guys doing today? Woo! I need some lip gloss for this video. It is currently 11:43. I am up. I am showered. I have been getting so much stuff done this morning. I am so ready for the day. And I have to tell you, I was listening to the Michelle Collins show this morning on Radio Andy. Do you guys listen to that show? I am such a huge Michelle Collins fan. She is so hilarious. And I have to say, okay, that after all of the bitter comments that I received on my video where I was talking about my criticism of the House of Gucci, which, listen, it's like, you can't even say anything about a movie, a song, or anything anymore before people are like, I can't believe you didn't like the House of Gucci. I'm unsubscribing. And I'm like, seriously? I can't have an opinion about a movie anymore, right? Like, you cannot, in 2021, even have an opinion about a movie, and people just go crazy. And so I'm listening to the Michelle Collins show. If you don't know who she is, she's a stand-up comedian, and she has like a 3-hour radio show that they run it twice a day. And she's absolutely hilarious, and she's just really kind of raw and unedited, and I appreciate that about her. I mean, she even gets on to the girls on the show, like, because she'll be talking about, like, the Real Housewives or something, and she'll say, did you watch the show? And they're like, no. And she's like, how are we supposed to talk about it if you didn't watch the show? I'm like, exactly! Do the homework! So anyway, but I absolutely adore her. And she went in this morning on the House of Gucci. I was like, oh my God, thank God somebody else has a similar opinion that I do. She was going in on it, and, you know, it was interesting because I got a lot of comments from people that were like, have you seen interviews with Patricia Gucci, who Lady Gaga was playing? I'm like, yes, I've seen many interviews. We dedicated an entire month of a true crime book club to the House of Gucci. I read all 1,000 pages of that book. I did extensive research into her, and I'm sorry, but I did not feel that Lady Gaga did a great job. Now, I didn't say what Michelle Collins said. Michelle Collins said that Lady Gaga shouldn't be an actress anymore and that she shouldn't hang up her acting hat. I didn't say that, okay, because I loved her in, what was that, The Star is Born. I loved Lady Gaga in the movie, but that was, you know, I don't know, like, that role just was more fitting for her. So I know there are a lot of people that are upset with me. Hey, listen, and Lady Gaga's next, I loved her in the mini movie Telephone with Beyonce. I did, I loved her in that movie, okay? Anyway, so let's get into today's video. Oh, speaking of a true crime book club, Mel, my partner, and I, we have announced the books for a true crime book club for the month of the book for a month of December, and the book is The Third Rainbow Girl: The Long Life of a Double Murder in Appalachia by Emma Copley Eisenberg. So this is our true crime book club for the month of December. To join a true crime book club, all you have to do is go to the link underneath here. I link it underneath all of my videos, and you just go over there and you join it. It's real easy. And then once a month we do a live stream, and it's super fun. So there's that. And then the book for Peter's Book Club, which I just kind of run off of my BookTube channel. Yes, I have a BookTube channel called Peter Likes Books. And also on my Instagram. For December is When Christmas Comes by Andrew Clavin. And it is kind of like a murder mystery. It's not a cozy mystery. It's a murder mystery about a school librarian that is murdered and the person that is accused of it. It's getting phenomenal reviews, and it just came out in November, so I'm really, really excited about this. So these will both, well, they're already over on my BookTube channel. You can, if you need to get more information about these. And I will also be posting a picture on Instagram of these. Okay, so let's get into today's video. Before I do, happy Cyber Monday. Are you guys getting all the deals today? I actually just tweeted out and I said, speaking of Michelle Collins, I think I need a radio show, okay? I think I need my own, like, 2 to 3 hour morning. Well, maybe not a morning radio show, because I'm not really a morning person. I could be the late night Michelle Collins. That's what I could do, you know? Like, I could do, let's say, like 11 to 2, like 11 p.m. to 2 a.m., and it would be me and my good Judy Tanya Jean, and we would just drive around in a car. Like, that would be such an easy job, because we do that already, you know? We just drive around and we talk about the housewives, and we solve the world's problems of the day. I would love, that would be perfect job for me. So, radio Andy Cohen, hit me up. All right, so if I got an email from Andy Cohen that said, speaking of this late night radio show that you want to do, I would be like, I mean, you want to talk about faint a million faints. I would faint a million faints. Okay. So anyway, before I get into this drama though, speaking that it's Cyber Monday, I want to remind you guys of my code at adamandeve.com. You guys know I love adamandeve.com. And since it's Cyber Monday and you guys will be shopping online anyway, I wanted to remind you that I do have a discount code. It's Peter. Thank God that my name's not Richard. And I know that so many people don't get that, but what is the nickname for Richard? And you'll understand, okay? But my code at adamandeve.com is Peter. And with my code, you get 50% off. Free, 50% off your first item plus free shipping and handling in the United States and Canada. Hey, listen, if you're in a relationship, get your partner something kind of spicy for Christmas, okay? Like, trust, it will win you points, okay? I know for a fact, number one. Number two, it's a present that keeps on giving if you're by yourself and you're not in a relationship, okay? And if you use my code, it will make me happy, it will make you happy, and it will make adamandeve.com happy. So please use my code Peter. All the information is linked below. You can just go check it out. So anyway, all right, let's get into today's video today. I actually have like 5 or 6 different topics that I could talk about today. I could talk about Laura Lee. I could talk about David Dobrik. I could talk about Trisha Paytas. I could talk about Shane Dawson. I could talk about Jeffree Star. I have so many topics that I could talk about today. So I think that I might make 2 drama videos today. So I have kind of like a recovery commitment thing that I have to do in the middle of the day. But when I come back from that, if I'm feeling my drama oats, I might get on here and make another video. What do you think? Okay, so anyway, I am going to be making, I already did my crumble cookie review. I ate crumble cookies this morning, you guys, for you, okay? No, really for me, at like 8:30 in the morning. So I already did my crumble cookie review. It's over there. It is uploaded on my computer. I'm going to be doing probably a video on all of my channels today. I'm like, hey, I'm feeling the energy today. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. I mean, I went to church this weekend, and by church I mean Black Friday shopping in Edinburgh Outlet Mall. I got some savings. Oh, by the way, did you see this little guy right here that I bought? This little light of mine right there. He needs a name. So could somebody please name him back there? He is. Listen, okay. Do you remember how Sally Joe? You remember Sally Joe, don't you? Okay. You remember how she like met some guys on the swipe right and all that kind of stuff? Well, he was one of them. And so he was like, I know you're a friend of Sally Joe's. Can I come there and stay with you for a little while? She's like, hey, listen, be nice to him. So he's come here to stay with us through the Christmas holiday. I need a name for him, okay? I also got this Christmas tree right here. Do you see it? I got that at the, what do you call it? The Menards. I'm so excited about that. So anyway, if you could let me know what you think I should name both of these little dudes right here, I would appreciate it. All right, let's get into today's video. We're already 8 minutes and 55 seconds into today's video. Today's video is not, no, I have a hair on my tongue. My tongue or my lip? I don't know, but it's not about Jaclyn Hill, I swear. Okay, today's video is going to be about Trisha Paytas and Shane Dawson, and they both did something recently that I think is very, very interesting, okay? So let's talk about Trisha Paytas first. And what they both did is that they changed their channel names, okay? And I'm kind of like, hey, listen, hey. I'm all about changing channel names, okay? My Peter Does Stuff channel, I'm getting ready to probably change that to Life with Peter or something like that. So anyway, but I don't have a problem with changing channel names. I just don't understand the intention behind it. For example, with my Peterisms channel, before it was called My So-Called Healthy Life, and it was a weight loss channel, weight loss journey, and that didn't happen. So I changed the channel name to Peterisms, and I started reading meditations over there and all that kind of stuff. It's actually, to some degree, a more, I would say, layman's terms, just daily reflections and affirmations of what Trisha Paytas is doing on their new channel, which before was called My Chemical Imbalance, and it was where they were doing their meditation videos and all that jazz. The channel has now been changed to Hare Krishna, okay? And I know people are going to be like, what is this? You know, I think this is where, like, you either get in with a joke with Trisha and you think it's really funny, or you think that it's just disrespectful and whatever. And, you know, okay, if Trisha wants us to take them seriously, then the reality is to change your name. I mean, if Trisha wanted to change the name to something like, I don't know, Daily Focus with Trisha or something like that, I can totally understand that, right? But there were literally people when Trisha was wearing the, like, all of this stuff from the Hare Krishna temple and whatever that were like, oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I mean, this is not an original idea that Trisha came up with. It was literally flooded in the thread of their Instagram and all that, right? So it was just a matter of time before Trisha was going to, I don't think Trisha has a lot of original ideas. I think Trisha gets, it's like Trisha watches what drama happens and then like responds to the drama. Or Trisha will look at the comments that people are getting and then take it and kind of own it themselves. Here's my thing about it, okay? That, like, and I'm just playing fair from all sides, okay? If you want to call yourself Hare Krishna, call yourself Hare Krishna all day long. But if it were a different religion, would people respond differently to this, okay? If Trisha were calling themselves like Jesus Trisha, or if Trisha were calling themselves something like Trisha Christ, would people have an issue with that, okay? On the heels of Trisha doing Christian music, on the heels of Trisha proclaiming to be converting to Judaism, would people have an issue with that, right? Because I've gotten so many messages from me, or so many comments that people are like, if Trisha wants to be on this religious journey, like, what's wrong with that? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but there's a difference between being on a religious journey and making fun of somebody's religion. There's a total difference to that, right? So if you don't know who Krishna is, let me tell you, I looked up Krishna because I'm not that well-versed in Hinduism. So I looked up Krishna, and on the Wikipedia, the greatest educational source in the world, this is what comes up. Krishna is a major deity in Hinduism. He is worshipped as the 8th avatar of Vishnu and also as the supreme god in his own right. He is the god of protection, compassion, tenderness, and love, and is one of the most popular and widely revered among Indian divinities. Krishna's birthday is celebrated every year by Hindus on Krishna, I can't pronounce his name, according to the something Hindu calendar, which falls in late August or early September of the Gregorian calendar. Now, I do have quite a few friends of mine that are practicing Hindus, okay? So to me, I think that if they were watching a video or if they were following somebody, and I haven't even asked them about it, I actually should call them and ask them, and all of a sudden the channel name changed to Peter Krishna, I think they would be kind of like, yeah, that's kind of in bad taste, honestly. Like, it's kind of offensive to what I believe religiously, right? And if you are somebody, if this is Trisha's religious journey, and Trisha really does believe in these things where they sit in a Instagram story or whatever that was, or TikTok, like I showed in my video, and they're showing all of their religious relics that they have, because that's what it is. I mean, Trisha basically went to every gift store of every church and temple in Los Angeles and bought souvenirs and relics so that they could have it up in this curio cabinet and then say, here's my religiosity, right? But then in the same TikTok say, but there is no such thing as you know, being like, what's the word I'm looking for? Why can't I think of it? I just talked about this in a video. Oh, religious appropriation, because God, they say, Trisha said in the TikTok, that God, he made religion for all of us. Well, that tells you that Trisha believes in a Christian God, okay? That Trisha doesn't really believe in Krishna as a deity, because if they did, that's a completely different thing, you know? And it was interesting because I said in my last video, I said this whole idea that Trisha is marrying Moses and converting to Judaism, just put up a picture the other day of Moses and Trisha practicing or celebrating Hanukkah. And I have many friends of mine that are Jewish. And I said in my video, my friends would be offended by this, number one. Number two, I said that, like, they take converting to Judaism very, very seriously. Okay, it's no joke. And I got several comments on my last video, and people were like, that's absolutely 100% correct. Like, this would be so frowned upon, like this whole thing of Trisha making all this a joke. So when you guys say that it's not trolling, it absolutely is trolling. Trisha is absolutely trolling all of these different world religions right now, right? I don't take Trisha Paytas seriously at all. And I think that's really the saddest thing about all of this, is because what does Trisha want us to take seriously? Does Trisha want us to take their relationship with Moses seriously? Because I don't take that seriously. Trisha jokes about it themselves, okay? So when Trisha comes out with this grand wedding and all this kind of stuff, when Trisha comes out and I really am a Jew now and I want you guys to take me seriously, or I'm putting out a Christian song that I love Jesus or whatever, what should we take seriously? Or is it all a joke? Or is that what the joke is? Is that the ultimate trolling to Trisha? And I think that's it, because I think that's where Trisha used to compare themselves to Andy Kaufman. You don't ever really know what's a joke and what's not, right? But this is the thing, okay? Trisha Paytas, you're no Andy Kaufman, okay? You're not even slightly a bit humorous like Andy Kaufman, and you're not anywhere even near on the kind of comedic genius that he is. So what you're doing is you're just trolling for trolling's sake. Well, anybody can troll on YouTube. If I wanted to completely destroy my channel and just start trolling left and right, I could, right? I think anybody could do that. And I think there's quite a few people that do at the expense, and I've talked about them recently, Nikocado Avocado, Amber Lynn Reed, the list goes on and on and on, of all these people that troll at the expense of just getting views and subscribers, right? I mean, Trisha might be one of the best at it, okay, but here's the thing. There is going to become a point when Trisha's trolling has destroyed their channel, their subscribers, to a point that, I mean, they're not getting any views on their videos anymore. I mean, I looked at this My Chemical Imbalance turned over to Hari Krishna channel, and like, I don't get a lot of views on my Peterson's channel, but I do it because it's something that I so believe in, reading daily affirmations and sharing with people my recovery stories and talking about grief and whatever. Trisha and I are getting very similar views on those channels, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting to me that they've completely changed this channel over and the views are so low. Maybe Trisha doesn't care. I don't know. But, you know, sooner or later, this is going to, all this trolling, I mean, more and more people comment on my videos and are like, I'm just so done with Trisha at this point. I don't care, right? So I just think it's going to destroy their channel to the point where Trisha's going to wake up one day and be like, I do care. Like, I do want people to care about me. I do want people to be invested in me. And I really think that Trisha feels that way already, right? They just don't really know how to be authentic and genuine to a point where people will be that invested in them. And so I think Trisha is ruining their own career. And there is going to come a point when Trisha's going to want people to be invested just in their daily life with Moses, or just, you know, like, so many people ask me, they say, if you think that Trisha is such like a liar and all this kind of stuff, then why do you respect their pronouns, okay? I respect their pronouns because that's what Trisha Paytas has asked. And I will be honest, like, Trisha Paytas uses they, them, and she, her pronouns. And I do my best to be respectful because that's what Trisha asked, you know? And they're like, well, if Trisha's trolling about that, why do you do that? Because I think in 2021, if somebody asks us to use appropriate pronouns, why not do that? Like, it's just not that deep. You know, it's still difficult sometimes for me in videos because I referred to Trisha Paytas as she, her for so many years, so I slip in and out, but I try to correct myself. You know, and this is the thing, like, meet somebody where they're at, treat them where they're at, okay? But the day that Trisha Paytas steps forward and says, now I'm ready for you guys to take me seriously, now I'm ready for you guys to take my relationship seriously, what I do in my videos, that ship has sailed. Okay? And this is the thing. Trisha Paytas now has to troll for the rest of their life, okay? Because that ship has sailed. Nobody's going to be that invested in Trisha Paytas' real life anymore. Nobody really cares. That's the truth. Okay, Trisha Paytas is holding on to a few subscribers that might care. And speaking of people that are holding on to a few subscribers that might still care, let's talk about Shane Dawson. So, I started getting a couple messages from this, that Shane Dawson changed his Shane Glossen channel, and his Shane Glossen channel is now called, hold on a second, let me pull up my thumbnail. It is now called Shane 2, okay? And it's sitting at 2.98 million subscribers. And what's interesting about this is that when you go over to, hold on a second, I just had it pulled up. When you go over to Shane Dawson's main channel, Like, I don't really understand the game here. If somebody can figure it out to me, let me know. But when you go over to his main channel, he posts underneath here, like, stuff, like, it's really random what he posts on his community tab. He posts Ryland's vlogs over there 2 days ago, 10 days ago, and then he did this question 3 weeks ago. Do you believe in ghosts and spirits? I'm genuinely curious. Okay. And then he posted his video of all 3 parts from 4 weeks ago and then 1 month ago. And it's basically just one marketing thing after another is what it is, and just posting things over there. But what's interesting about that, okay? And then it goes back to, like, it skips back to 1 year ago. Okay, but what's interesting is when you go over to his Shane Glossen channel, okay, which is now called Shane 2. Hold on a second, I had it all pulled up. Oh, shoot, okay. Spam caller. I should have totally answered that. Shane Glossen. I just had it pulled up. If you still type in Shane Glossen, it'll pull it up. Shane 2, he is over there in the community tab asking questions. Now, he hasn't posted a video over there, you guys, in over a year. And the last video that he posted was Craziest Conspiracy Theories, which actually got 15 million views on it, which is really good for that channel and really good for both of his channels right now. Addressing my weight gain, that was 9.2 million views a year ago. Confronting my strange addiction, 10 million views. Conspiracy theories, warning signs with Shane Dawson, 14 million views. The End of the Beauty World, 11 million views. And Test, 1 year ago, 4.6 million views, and that was when he was sliding down the hill, okay? Now, if you remember the the Shane Glossen channel, if you remember the purpose of what that was about, this Lunar Beauty, I'm sorry, Shane and Jeffrey, is the most fantastic lip gloss in the entire world, in case you need to buy some. Okay, but if you remember what the Shane Glossen channel was originally for, okay, it was originally for the fact that he just loved to play with makeup, okay? That Shane Dawson just loved to play with makeup, and this was going to be his channel where he played with makeup. Do we ever get a video of him playing makeup? No, we did not. Why? Because Shane Dawson's a liar, and Shane Dawson doesn't really care about playing with makeup. Shane Dawson never really cared about playing with makeup. Shane Dawson used one of his rooms in his old ranch that was worth $9 million, and used some small room in there, and said, this is my makeup room, and I think Ryland spent more time in there than Shane did, okay? And he put all of his Jeffree Star makeup in there and all the PR he received and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, I look back on that as well. It's like Shane Dawson received all this PR from major companies, never having done a makeup review before in his entire life, right? Where there are all of these makeup influencers out there, 20,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers, 500 subscribers, that are busting their butt on a daily basis, spending their hard-earned money to buy beauty products to review on their channels and do dupes and things like that. And Shane Dawson's just gifted all this PR that, you know, it's just like beyond me. So anyway, and he couldn't even do a look for us. He couldn't even do a look with his own palette for us, right? I mean, he did like a little eye kind of thing, but he couldn't even get in a video with Jeffree Star and do a look. Jeffree Star couldn't even do makeup on Shane Dawson with their own palette and do this whole look kind of thing. Why? Because Jeffree Star always has somebody else do his makeup for him, you know? So anyway, I don't know, like the whole thing to me is just this bad joke. But if you go over here, Shane Dawson, and this is the thing, right? The Shane Glossen channel was a way for Shane to hold on to the fact that people would believe that he still loved makeup so he can continue to sell the palette, right? It's just like why he continues to wear his shirts in every single video that he is in with Ryland, because it's like, I've got to push my merch somehow. Like, if people keep on seeing it, then they'll be reminded, you should go buy it, right? So anyway, by the way, I'm getting started on my Christmas cameo, so if you want a Christmas cameo from me, let's get in there early, okay? So anyway, if you go over here to this community tab, what is interesting is, 3 weeks ago, Shane Dawson put up this question. I want to try new things and have some fun. What do you want to see on this channel? First one is horror-related videos. Well, if you... this is kind of like Cosmopolitan, the magazine Psychology, but it is a true fact that when you ask somebody a question, if you said to them, like, tell me your top 3 favorite movies, typically the first movie they mention is their favorite movie, right? So with Shane Dawson coming up with, what are the 3 things that you like, or 3 things you'd like to see on his channel, horror-related videos, since it's the first answer, it's obviously what Shane wants to do. Number 2 is behind the scenes for trying to make a horror movie. Okay, what? Wouldn't that be a horror-related movie? I guess. I don't know. Or 3, interviews with cool people. Well, what cool people? Are you talking about Ryland and Morgan? Because I think we've seen enough of them. Or are you talking about other people? Like, you know, Andrew and Garrett. Because the reason I bring that up is if you go over here to the comments underneath here, and you read what some of the comments are, these are what people had to say. I just want to see you, Garrett, Andrew, and Morgan getting into shenanigans, but like I have said many times during this video, I think that ship has sailed. I think that Garrett and Andrew and Shane in a video again together probably won't be happening anytime soon, but I could be proven wrong. Somebody else on here said, you should honestly do a video based on your reaction to why Jake Paul and Graveyard Girl aren't doing well. You put your time and dedication making videos about them. It kind of sucks that they didn't follow your advice. And what I think is funny about that is I actually went to a Graveyard Girl video the other day to see how her videos were. She's still doing as seen on TV videos, because one of the things that Graveyard Girl has learned is if it ain't broke, don't fix it, okay? And she's very smart to continue to do what she's doing. Her views are actually really pretty good. Jake Paul, I don't think he's hurting for views right now, okay? I think Jake Paul and Graveyard Girl should get together and do a video intervention on Shane Dawson and say, well, what happened to your channel, okay? You wanted to come over and school us, now let us school you, okay? And baby, I would love to hear Graveyard Girl look at Shane Dawson and say, and it's obviously not about thumbnails, okay? If you think that destroying and fixing your career is about thumbnails, you got another thing coming. Maybe you could come up with better thumbnails, because if you remember from her video, he was like, your thumbnails aren't very good, right? Okay? I've always kind of loved Graveyard Girl's thumbnails, but that's just me. I did think, though, I will say this, it was always interesting to me. Well, not really. I mean, once Shane Dawson got on the Jeffree Star, gravy train, then he was kind of done with the rest of them. But he did this video with Graveyard Girl series, right? About how he was going to really help her. And then there was no follow-up to that. Same thing with Eugenia Cooney. There was no follow-up with that, right? I don't think Jake Paul was asking for Shane Dawson's help. And that whole series was really about, is Jake Paul a sociopath or not? It wasn't really about helping Jake Paul. And do I think that anybody's asking for Shane Dawson's help right now? I don't think so. And like I've said many times in this video, let's all say it together, that ship has sailed. So anyway, there was that comment, which I thought was interesting. All these people that were very supportive of it, they were like, all the above, we want to see all the above. Okay, somebody said Animal Crossing videos, and I was like, I'm out. I'm out. I don't need to see Shane Dawson playing any Animal Crossing videos. I could care less about that. I do think it's two things, though. I think with talking about Trisha Paytas and Shane Dawson and their similarities is, I think we are both on the precipice of a wedding for both of them. I have heard a lot of rumors that Trisha Paytas' wedding is this month. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. I don't have any inside detail about that, okay? I wasn't invited. That's all I know. So anyway, I do think that Trisha Paytas maybe should have invited some press, and by press, I mean me and all the other drama channels. I don't know, put us in a table in the corner like the kids or something like that. We would have been fighting among ourselves anyway, so Trisha wouldn't have had to worry about that. But I think that would have been funny, don't you, if Trisha had invited all the drama channels to their wedding. I think it would have been fantastic. It would have been a smart move. It's never too late, Trisha. Anyway, we would have all gone too. We're thirsty as hell. We would have all gone. Well, at least I would have. Maybe a few others I can think of. But anyway, but I do think that Trisha Paytas' wedding is coming very soon. I think Shane Dawson and Ryland's wedding is coming very soon too, if it hasn't happened already. There's something about the whole, like, they've made hints that it hasn't happened, but there's something to me that feels like Shane and Ryland went and got married and it was very private. I don't know why I feel that way. Because they're talking about kids and stuff like that. And maybe they don't care about getting married first and having kids later. I mean, that's such an old idea anyway, But it doesn't really matter. But I will say this with Trisha Paytas, and I know that Trisha Paytas is not listening to any advice from me. I really hope that they do not make their wedding this YouTube spectacle, trolling kind of thing for views. Like, if you want to put your wedding up on YouTube because you're proud of it, hey, that's fantastic, okay? If you want to put clips of it and show that moment and whatever, and this is what is so sad to me that Trisha Paytas really does not understand. If Trisha Paytas did a video, like an honest to goodness, like said, I'm done trolling, I'm done. I'm done trolling, okay? And did a video and got in a video and said, hey, you guys, going forward, like, I'm done trolling. It's just boring to me. I mean, we're bored of it. I can't imagine she's not bored, or they're not bored of it, right? And so got in a video and said, I'm not going to troll anymore, right? And then did a video showing, like, their mom and sister going to look for, like, wedding dresses and trying on wedding dresses, Like, did the video with Moses trying out the food and stuff like that, and picking out the hall, where it's going to be, and where we're going to go on our honeymoon. And, like, people would really like that. There are still people that are waiting for Trisha. They want the old Trisha Paytas to come back, They're like, and I think people would sign on for that if they did, right? And so anyway, But I feel like the ship has sailed on that. I don't know. And I think Shane Dawson doesn't know what to do. That's why he's putting the question out. Whenever you see a YouTuber say, what should I talk about? And I've done it myself, so I'll own it. But whenever a YouTuber says, what should I talk about or what should I make a video about? That is, what they're basically saying is, I have no clue what to make a video about, so I need you to help me. Anyway, let me know what you think about all of that in the comment section below. Don't forget to go use my Adam and Eve code. Happy Cyber Monday. And I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.